today we are gonna play Never Have I Ever game with my sister. Her name is Abby. So we have these little things, papers, crappy papers I made. Have or never. I've never done that. So let's get started. First question. Have you ever injured yourself while trying to impress a girl or a boy you were interested in? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Never. Boys aren't worth it. Have you ever taken food out of the trash can and eaten it?
Ew.
Ew. 1, 2, 3. Never, because that's freaking gross.
That is pretty gross.
Have you ever taken part in a talent show? 1, 2, 3. Have. Our elementary school did talent shows.
We always did it.
Yeah. Well, you always did singing and dancing. I did it 1 year.
I did it like a bunch.
I only did it 1 year because the previous years I went to private schools.
See, I never went there.
And I only went to the public school for 6th grade. And we did this talent show where we had paper hats and our hands all the way up and our stomachs were painted like faces. And we shaked our legs.
I just danced and sang. I'm not weird like that.
It was funny. Except that one time we had white button-up shirts and I wore purple underwear that day. And you could, with the lights for the theater lights, you could see my underwear through my white button-up shirt. Anyways.
You could see your underwear through your shirt or your...
Yeah, because the shirt was we had a button-up shirt and it was Dad's.
It was on your legs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My legs were the torso and stuff. Because the face... What are you doing?
I look like a boy.
Do you have an Adam's apple?
Yes.
Alright. Have you ever taken something at a friend's house and not told them?
Taken? I thought it said no, this is broken.
Oh, have you ever broken something from a friend's house and not told them? 1, 2, 3.
I think I have.
You're awful.
I don't know though. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
I think I've broken stuff at people's houses and I just never told them. Or no, that I did tell them because I was I just broke that. Because I wasn't really ashamed of breaking it.
I don't know they broke, but I know. I'm pretty sure it's happened. Oh, sorry, I kicked the tripod.
Have you ever jumped off a roof? 1, 2, 3. Never, because I'm deathly scared of heights.
I have. I jumped off our roof onto the
This one right
trampoline.
here?
Yeah. It's fun times.
I don't do heights. And Mom and Dad always told me I was never allowed to get on that roof.
I do it all the time.
And it was the one thing I obeyed. And then
I slept on it.
You can't... On a roof?
Yeah.
What happens if you slid down?
Okay,
and rolled in your sleep?
The roof is flat.
Oh, on the sunroof part?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not stupid.
Well,
just sleep on this.
That's questionable. Have you ever seen a alligator or crocodile in the wild? 1, 2, 3. Have.
Where?
Well, yeah, you have.
Where?
We, were you born yet?
I can't answer that question.
I think it was in Florida, and we had this restaurant. It was on a swamp, and we ate alligator, but they also had deck that looked over the swamp, and there was alligators around and stuff.
I remember going to Florida when I went to Disney World. So I was probably a baby.
Alligator's pretty good. It tastes like chewy chicken.
I've had alligator before at Best Pro.
Have you ever set your own hair or someone else's hair on fire on purpose?
On purpose?
1, 2, 3.
No.
Never.
I've set my own hair on fire, but not on purpose.
Yeah, it wasn't on purpose.
Smelling a candle.
Marquand set my hair on fire once.
How?
And it did not smell like a candle. It might smell like a burnt marshmallow.
No, I said I was smelling a candle, and my hair was
I don't know. He was I was landing in the car, and he was playing with a lighter or something, and it caught my hair on fire.
Smart decision.
And it was sticky, and it smelled like a burnt marshmallow. It was gross.
I like burnt marshmallows.
I do too. They're tasty.
Charred. IHOP didn't char my bacon. It really made me mad.
I hate that. I've sent bacon back 3 times once. Because I was I want burnt bacon, and they brought it, and it was floppy and raw.
No,
and I was I said burnt, and they bring it back, and it was crispy. And I said burnt bacon. I want it black.
I said I want black burnt bacon,
Yeah.
and she brought it, and I was my bacon isn't burnt. But there was 30 of us, and I was not about to send my bacon back, so it's so shaded.
See, it was just the family, so I was I want my burnt bacon. I was really wanting it. We're weird. I also like burnt popcorn.
No, that's disgusting.
Have you ever had a bad fall because you were walking and texting?
I didn't fall, but I ran into something. So I guess never.
1, 2, 3. Never had a bad fall.
I ran into a pole once.
I walked into the boys' bathroom at the movie theater once.
Oh my god.
And then the other day we're at the gas station and I was walking, I was looking at my Facebook and I didn't realize the curb was so high and I like tripped over it, but I caught myself. It was really embarrassing. Have you ever been arrested? 1, 2, 3. Never. Have you ever broken a bone? 1,
Yeah, you have.
2, 3. I have never broken a bone.
Yeah, you have.
No, Ian's broken a
No,
bone.
you were on crutches.
Because I had like a sprain.
Oh.
I never broken a bone. Right. Have you ever tried to cut your own hair? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Because I was poor.
Me and Hallie did it once.
I did like my bangs. Just because I wanted
was,
like my
a little
bangs
kid.
cut. And then I cut like my actual hair. And it was like a very bald, just straight cut because I couldn't do anything else because I couldn't afford to go get my hair cut. Well, because I wanted to go to a salon. I didn't want to go like Great Clips. So.
I was little. Me and Hallie were like, we got in trouble.
Have you ever cheated on a test?
Yeah.
I couldn't see that far to cheat.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't
You
see
haven't?
far enough to see the people because I didn't wear glasses or contacts in like high school and stuff. So I couldn't like see far enough and I was never gonna like write the answers on my
Sit
hand.
next to you?
Yeah, I could not see that far.
You drove?
Yeah, it was very dangerous.
I don't like to call it cheating. I like to call it sharing answers. Group tests. Me and Danny passed summer school with an A.
That's not technically passing.
Passing with an A?
Well, if you're cheating the whole time, that's not technically
No,
passing.
I did most of the work. I just helped him out. I like.
Oh yeah, I did. One time I let this kid like he didn't do like his math homework, and so I let him have mine and he'll copy it, and we got in trouble. And my mom and dad laughed because they're like, "That kid's an idiot. Why would they go after her math like questions?"
Because you're stupid.
I didn't apply myself.
That's the biggest lie I've ever heard in my life.
I'm not a test taker, okay? Okay, ready? Have you ever accidentally said, "I love you" to somebody? 1, 2, 3. Yep.
Yeah, it was awkward because they like said I love you back, and I was like played off, like
Yeah. I remember Patrick and I, when we first started dating, I was like getting a piggyback ride from him. We were just like playing around, walking into Walmart, and I was like,
Walmart.
Yeah, I
That's
was
a
like,
date.
I was like, well, we weren't dating. Like it wasn't like a date. We were just like hanging out. We had to go get something. Anyways, and I was like, "I love you," and I was like, "Why the fuck did I just say that?"
Oh, I've said that like on the phone too.
It's
It was
so
like a guy.
embarrassing.
Like I was talking to a guy. We weren't really dating or anything. I was just on the phone. Like it's just like a habit. Like I was like, "Oh, love you, bye," and I was like, and I like tried to like act like I was like, he didn't hear that. He didn't hear that, and I was like, yeah, he heard it.
Have you ever been trapped in an elevator?
No,
Never.
I would cry.
Well, today at IKEA,
I love IKEA.
the elevator, like we all got in and it was packed and it like wouldn't go and the doors were shut. And I like started freaking out. But thank God they could push the open button and like the doors open. Have you ever sang karaoke in front of people? 1, 2, 3. Have.
I do it at church all the time.
Well, yeah, you can sing. I used to sing out in the driveway, screaming at the top of my lungs when I was a child, and my parents never stopped me because they're mean and let me embarrass myself because I sound like a dying cow when I sing.
I sing at my church, so I'm used to it.
Is singing at church really karaoke?
No, like we had like karaoke night.
Oh yeah,
So I did it in front of people, but I also sing in front of people.
I had a karaoke machine when I was younger.
I remember that. It was bad. Bad times.
So rude. Okay, have you ever been on TV or the radio? 1, 2, 3.
I have. I was on TV on Black Friday.
Oh yeah, the news.
They interviewed me about my Victoria's Secret shopping stuff. Famous.
Our grandpa used to own a radio station.
I was never on it though.
Yeah, you were little when he owned it.
Yeah, I know where it is. Still there.
Well, he doesn't own it anymore though. He
Yeah,
sold
but
it.
still on his land.
But anyways, so my brother and I went and did animal sounds on the radio. I think Ian did the elephant and I
For
did.
what?
I don't know, they just said we could do it. It was so we could get, they're like, do you have any cool talents? And we're like, yeah, we can make animal sounds. And I did
When
the
our
monkey.
family doesn't have any talent.
Have you ever been so burnt you couldn't wear a shirt? 1, 2, 3.
Every time I go outside.
Yeah, I'm a redhead. I get burned all the
And
time.
I just have the skin, but my hair's blonde.
Yeah, I remember like when kids sleeping in the basement with no shirt on and like
Yeah,
aloe
aloe
all over.
everywhere.
And I'm like, I'm so miserable.
You like lay on your stomach.
Alright, have you ever been awake for 2 days straight?
I remember your friends used to come over to our house when you were younger, and he was like, you're like, Abby, get him food. And I was like, he can get food himself. And you're like, he's like, I haven't slept in like 4 days. And I was like, how do you do that?
Who was that?
I don't know, he's like some skinny blonde dude. All of them. So all of them. Alright.
1, 2, 3. Never.
I have for a day.
Yeah, I've done it for 1 day and then I'm like
It was horrible.
passing out.
I like to sleep.
Alright, have you ever dyed your hair a crazy color?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
What color did you dye your hair?
Wait, wrong one. I've dyed my hair like a dark brown. That's as crazy it gets.
I dyed my hair pink a few months ago.
I remember, wasn't it like you were trying to get red highlights, but it
No,
turned pink?
no. Oh, that happened too. Okay, when I was younger and I went to her friend who dyed my hair, I wanted like red highlights and they turned out pink. But did you not? I guess you never really saw me. I had, because you weren't here. It was a few months ago. I had pink hair.
Like all pink?
No, it was like you kind of see where my hair's like really light.
Was it like pink tips?
It was like pink from like here down.
Oh.
Kind of dope.
Alright. Have you ever been in a physical fight with your best friend? Wait. I gotta read these before I pick them up. 1, 2, 3. Never. I love my best friend.
You don't have.
I have one friend. Okay? I count.
We were just
as
at
having
her
a friend.
house.
Have you ever worked with someone you hated with a burning passion of 1,000 suns? Like, man, that's deep.
But like worked like in like a workplace or like at like in like for a project or anything.
Well, you've never had a job, so we'll just do
Yeah.
like working with somebody.
like projects or anything like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really hate. Actually, that's a lie. I do hate people, but
Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I don't think I have though.
I've never hated someone so much with a burning passion of 1,000 suns.
It's kind of deep.
I've disliked it a lot
Actually,
of
I
people.
do hate one person.
And I'm like, you're annoying, but...
I do hate one person, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Have you ever danced in an elevator? 1, 2, 3.
You know that
hasn't?
that elevator music's kind of popping. Ding!
Have you ever gone hunting? I don't think I could ever do it. I don't think I could
get
see
really
some
bored.
I'm not like a vegetarian. I can eat meat all day, but I just don't think I could like see some like pretty little animal running through the forest.
Just like,
Have you ever thrown something into a TV or computer screen? Duh.
I hit my TV actually like 2 nights ago. Really heated game of Xbox and I couldn't find my remote and I didn't need it. The TV. But
I knew when things don't work, you throw it, it makes it better.
cool.
Have you ever gone vegan? 1. You ready? 2,
Yeah.
3.
I have never. I wish I could. Honestly, it'd be kind of cool.
I went vegan for 1 day when I was younger.
That doesn't count.
That's going vegan for a day.
Comment below if that counts, cause it doesn't. That doesn't count. I could like do like 3 days without eating meat. That would I could kind of consider, but like 1 day that's just like.
Well, Erin from Florida was in town and she was vegan. She was vegan and she had like vegan frozen cheeseburgers and frozen like chicken nuggets, and they tasted pretty good.
Ooh, vegan corn dogs apparently are really good.
Yeah, so I just can never do it. I really like cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
And steak.
Ooh.
And chicken. Alright, have you ever bungee jumped?
Yeah, you have.
Where the hell okay.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3. Never.
Yeah, you have.
Where?
Was that just me and Ian then?
Where would you
In that one mall in like wherever we went for like Ian's soccer tournament or whatever, and like me and Ian were like doing flips, and we had like the crowds around us like up on the top.
That is not bungee jumping.
Yes, it is.
That is jumping on a trampoline.
With the bungees, we flew in the air.
No, bungee jumping is where you like jump off a like bridge and you have it hooked to your legs. I don't believe. Okay, I don't count that as bungee jumping.
We were going high, and they were like the big ones because we were in like one of those big malls, and we were going up to like the second floor and like doing flips and stuff. That's why we had all those
That
crowds.
was in St. Louis.
Yeah, we had all
Yeah, I
those
did
crowds
that.
around us this one time. You were a baby though, because you don't like heights, and me and Ian were like doing like backflips and stuff. Cool kids.
Okay. Have you ever thought you were drowning? 1, 2, 3. Have.
I've always done swim team, so
Well, when we were in
capable of
Florida,
swimming.
when we were in Florida once, we were at the ocean and like a wave took me
Oh,
under,
yeah.
and I couldn't get back up because it just kept
You got in the tide.
plowing me. Yeah, and I like swallowed a bunch of salt water, and I got up. Finally
That's
got up,
yummy.
and I threw up all over the ocean.
That's gross.
Yay! All right. Have you ever fainted? Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Never. I don't think I've ever fainted. I'd
No.
be scared.
Yeah.
Alright, last one. You ready? Have you ever looked through someone else's phone without their permission?
I do all the-
Girlfriends? I mean, like, I'm a girl. If I was a girlfriend, like,
I do all the
looking through
time.
my boyfriend stuff.
I
yeah.
let people go through my phone though. Like people like be playing with my phone. I just unlock it for them.
I have nothing to hide.
Right. I was like, I don't really have anything on my phone.
Yeah, but like when I was a teenager, like that jealous girlfriend, like,
Who
who you
talk
texting to?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who you texting to?
You texting to.
This is not.
That was fun. Thank you for doing this video with me. I really
welcome.
appreciate it. And if you guys like it, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below.
And press that little bell so you get post notifications every time she posts.
Thank you. And we will see you on our next video. Goodbye.
Bye.